Hello, welcome students. In this panel, we have to study vibration sensor using piezo. So for this experiment, we have used sine wave audio amplifier, which is also known as a coil excitation amplifier, for driving this loudspeaker. And this is used as a vibrator. So piezo is placed above this loudspeaker, and output of this piezo is connected to two integrators. So here you can see integrator, okay, where we are observing acceleration at this point and velocity at this point, and you can also measure displacement over here. Okay, so piezo output will follow the sine wave input which is to be connected over here. Okay, so that's why we also said that piezo output also follows the sine wave output of loudspeaker as well, and it will vibrate at the fundamental frequency of the applied external from function generator. And from function generator you are giving sine wave input as from 2 kilohertz to 8 kilohertz and 40 millivolt peak to peak. Why only 2 kilohertz to 8 kilohertz input is to be given? Because it is an acceptable limit for the piezo sensor. Okay, if you increase or decrease the frequency range above or below the 2 to 8 kilohertz, the sensor may get damaged. Now you will see the procedure how to measure the vibration, how to measure the acceleration and velocity. Okay, so we will require plus minus 12 volt power supply. So here, from here we will connect plus 12 volt to plus 12, okay, then minus 12 volt to minus 12 volt and ground in this way. So we have connected plus minus 12 volt to this vibration sensor panel in this way. Now we are going to connect sine wave input signal from the function generator. So here you can see from the function generator we are going to connect sine wave input. So one of the input for this amplifier is taken from the positive terminal of the cable which is connected to the function generator. Then another cable of function generator, that this black one, is to be connected at point number 9 over here in this way. So we have connected this function generator as an input to the vibration sensor. Now you can turn on this. Okay, so here you can see we have set the function generator at 1 kilohertz. Okay, but we have to set this function generator from 2 kilohertz to 8 kilohertz. So now I have made 2 kilohertz frequency as an input. Okay, and 40 millivolt peak to peak as I already set. Now we can measure the output of acceleration from this point and output of velocity from this point. Okay, so you can connect the multimeter over here with respect to ground. Now I will turn on the kit. Okay, so in this way, if it sounds, that loudspeaker sound, means we had made a proper connection of this instrument. Okay, now I had given 2 kilohertz as the input. So here you can see the accelerator output we are getting, suppose minus 0.00. Okay, now I am going to increase the frequency from the input 2 to 3 kilohertz. So again vibration sensor sounds loud. Okay, so in this way. Otherwise, if suppose you are getting some problems from this digital panel meter, you can also additionally connect the multimeter over here. Okay, as you are measuring the acceleration output, you have to measure it over multimeter as well. Okay, now I am going to connect the multimeter over here with respect to ground. So here you can see you are getting a value that is from, for 3 kilohertz you are getting 0.27 or 0.280. So note down the readings for acceleration output and velocity output for 2 kilohertz, 3 kilohertz, then 4 kilohertz, 5 kilohertz, up to 8 kilohertz. You can take the readings at respective points, point number 10 and point number 11, and note down the reading of acceleration output and velocity output in the respective observation table. Okay, then once you check the output at acceleration, that is pin number 10 and 11 and 12 for displacement, now you can plot the graph of acceleration versus input frequency, then velocity versus input frequency, If you are drawing the graph for velocity versus input frequency, you will get a linear output, and for acceleration you may get a parabolic output. So just make ensure that you are getting the outputs in a linear and parabolic manner for when you are measuring the output at acceleration and for velocity. So in this way you can vary the input in any way, like 2, 2.5K, 3, 3.5K, likewise. So from 2 to 8 kilohertz of input you can observe the output over here. Okay, so that's all about how to measure the vibration or how to measure the acceleration using vibration sensor, and how to measure the velocity using acceleration sensors. So in this way you can use a vibration sensor to measure the accelerations and velocity. Okay, so thank you so much.